Now regarding the homework, pay attention. 3 possible statuses for the homework. Either you see the 2 markers you see here, which means the student did not submit, they did not open or send it, or they submitted and it was received, and you'll see the orange marker. Or there's the blue marker, indicating the student tried to submit, but it failed due to a disconnection or issue. This confirms the student was trying. So you might ask how to be sure the student was trying. This marker shows the student was attempting to submit, but they might send a file too large, like a PDF over 20 or 30 megabytes, so the system couldn't accept that file. What does it mean that the student was actually trying to send? He was trying to send his attempt, but failed. What is it called? What happened? This confirms that the student was indeed trying. This shows the student was attempting to submit. The PDF is over 20-30 MB, so the system rejected it. The student's internet might have dropped briefly. The marker stays, letting them retry. It's better to give another attempt or explore solutions. Or if the student's internet connection drops for a moment while they're trying to submit, if it's for a few seconds, it causes issues. So what will the marker show? The blue one, because you give the student one attempt to upload or submit their homework. This marker will remain for the student so they can resubmit. You won't be able to see the file or the homework they submitted. Here, it's better to give the student another attempt, or you can come from here, give another try, or you can clear the attempt. And when you clear the attempt, just make sure the blue marker is there. And you won't be able to see the file or the homework, and it will be considered a failed attempt. In this particular situation, for instance, it's better, for example, to consider providing the student another attempt, or you can come from here. All right? You know, among the solutions, you can come from here if necessary. Open the page and say allow an additional attempt or clear the attempt. Ensure it is the blue marker, not the orange one, as the orange marker indicates a successful attempt, indicating the file the student submitted or the successful attempt is recorded in the system. It is the blue marker which indicates a problem with the submission. If you clear the attempt, it will go back to the student, but ensure when clearing, the homework submission period is open. The period discussed earlier when clicked shows students they can submit, not the orange circle as it obscures the attempt size, indicating the file or successful attempt area. Its size will be recorded in the system. No, we're discussing the blue marker, indicating a submission issue. Clearing the attempt returns it to the student, but ensure the submission period is open. The period we mentioned earlier allows students to submit when they click here. For submission, availability must be set, as defined from 24.8 to 15.9. You can't clear attempts on 16.9 because students can't submit. After the 15th, they won't find the link to upload homework. Ensure an availability period for submission or extend it. For instance, if the issue was on the 16th, you could tell the student, I'll give you another attempt. For the student to submit, availability is needed. On 16.9, the link is gone, so no submission. Ensure an availability period or extend it. If the issue is on the 16th, extend availability to the 17th or 18th. So the second link appears for submission. After the 15th, the student won't find that link to upload their homework. They won't be able to submit it. You can extend it. If the issue is on the 16th, extend availability to the 17th or 18th. So the second link appears for submission. Dr. Abdel Hakim asks if submissions show student names. Yes, exactly, we can answer that. And today is the 16th, so you can come here and extend the availability period to say the 17th or 18th. This way, when you extend the availability, the second link will appear for the student, allowing them to click on that assignment and submit their homework without any issues. This is how to solve problems related to homework. Dr. Abdel Hakim is asking if the submissions from the supervisor or group leader will show the names of each student. So how does that work? Yes, exactly. If you want, we can answer that question. Here, you'll see in the clarification tools a label called not participating. Not participating means that I can assign a task or homework to students 8 and 9. When I assign this task only to these two students, this label will appear for student 8 and this label will appear for student 9. The rest of the students will have the label not participating because they are not in the group. The other students will have this label not participating. When student 8 submits, it will show up for them, or student 9. All students will see it, but only student 8 will submit as specified. When I assign the task to these two students, this label will show up for this student and this label will show up for those who haven't submitted. The rest of the students will have the label not participating. The other students will have this label not participating. Now, when student number 8 submits the assignment, it will show up for student number 8 or student number 9. Everyone in the group will see the assignment, but since I, as teacher, created this group and specified that only student number 8 will submit. So when this student number 8 submits, once they submit, the orange label will appear for all the students in the group. And when you enter, when student number 8 submits, the assignment will appear for them and student number 9. Everyone in the group sees the assignment, but only student number 8 is designated to submit. The rest of the students can upload and submit normally, but student number 8's submission triggers an orange label for the group. Upon grading student number 8, for example, giving them 10 out of 10, all group members, like student number 9, will see this grade immediately. If student number 5 is also in the group, grading student number 8 will record the grade for all group members without issues. The rest of the students have the assignment, and I specified student 8 will submit. When student 8 submits, an orange label appears for the group. When you give student 8 a grade, say you give them 10, all group students see the grade immediately. If student 5 is in the group, grading student 8 records for all without issues. Can I modify grades for student 8? Yes, you can adjust after assigning. If a supervisor is doing well, I might give all students a 9 and the supervisor a 10. Then I can just go ahead and... So when you assign a grade to student number 8, let's say you give them 10 out of 10, all the students in the group, like student number 9, will also see the grade of 10 right away. For instance, if student number 5 is also in the group, when you assign a grade to student number 8, that grade will be recorded for all the students in the group without any issues. So if it's student 8, I can't modify the grades. No, you can adjust the grades afterwards. For instance, if I have a student doing well, I give all students a 9, and for this student, I give them a 10. Then I can change any grade. You can write 10 and adjust it. I've modified the grade. It shows up fine, while others see their grade of 9. Now, a practical example with assignments through the group system, okay? So, any grade here, you can just come in and write, for example, 10, and adjust it without any issues. So here I've modified the grade and it will show up without any problems, while the other students will still see their regular grade of 9. Now let's look at a practical example related to the assignments through the group system. Okay, I'm coming. I'm here. Through the group system. Okay, great. Now, let me show you a practical example. I'm going to create an assignment and I'll call it task. But first, before we create the assignment, let's create the group first. To begin with, how do we create the group? Firstly, you will need to navigate to a section known as the users and groups. I sincerely hope that this is absolutely clear to each one of you. Next, we will proceed to select the option labeled Groups. Of course, I created a lot of groups, so I'm going to delete them as well. You all should know how to delete a group. You select the group, then go to Actions. You select the group and then delete the group. Or you can check the box next to the name to select all of them, and then you can delete the group. I'm going to delete it, of course. And while I'm deleting these groups were already there. Or you can learn about the label next to the name. It will select all of them, and then you can delete the group. I'm going to delete it, of course. And while I'm deleting these groups were already there.